Top 5 Vikings losers in a big old win. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and as painful and hard as it is to ramble off 5 losers and a win that we'll never see again, damn it, we're going to stick to our guns. We're doing it anyways. We got some losers.
It's not always easy, but we got to do it. You got to call the guys who didn't play well today, and we really tale of two halves in this one. Second half, glorious performances. First half, not so much. So let's start really with the unit that got this whole collapse started. It was special teams. The Colts returned it 50 yards. A little bit later, there's a blocked punt. I think pretty much every time the Colts returned it, it was kind of nerve-wracking. So Matt Daniels, we were hyping him up early in the season. I still love this guy's enthusiasm, but this unit hasn't been great, and it's been like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it seems like there's aspects of this unit that is not great. Flowers for the Colts averaged 35 yards a return, had 5 returns, crapping our pants every time he did that. And then obviously the mishaps we had with the block punt, all that good stuff. But the silver lining is Mr. Wright still had a very good game punting it. Greg Joseph comes out, does not miss a field goal, has a game-winning kick. But special teams were almost the dagger to us early.
Yes, it's just been such a difference. They were so solid early in the season. Now they're kind of getting a little bit shaky. But yeah, Greg Joseph was perfect on the day. So good for Greg. And Ryan Wright after that block punt was pretty much money in the bank. So kind of bounced back. Coverage still just made me nervous all day long.
Yeah, and Wangwu was still, average. Still at his NFL leading average of 26.5, which is still best in the league. So, they were kind of like a nice hungover, not Bush Light, just a regular Bush shit early, just wet, gross, and disgusting.
But still a little solid.
No, never solid after Bush.
Not solid at all. All right, let's go to and this was a little bit nitpicky, but Ed Ingram, our rookie, and I know he's DeForest Buckner's going over him, which is no easy task, but. Early in the game, I think it was the second quarter, Kirk Cousins, all of a sudden, he just tipped over backwards. It was like you never see it. Like you see him stumble. He didn't stumble. He just went right back on his ass. Ed Ingram, again, tripped our quarterback. Not only gives shoddy pass protection, his foot, again. He tripped Kirk Cousins. How can this happen? It's got to be 4 times in the year now.
Yeah, Ed Ingram will continue to be the Achilles heel of this offensive line. He's the yellow Skittles in a bag of otherwise just delicious flavors. And you know what? Let's just hope this guy gets better. He's having a tough go at it. There's nobody clearly they think is better than to be out there. They'd put him out there. But Ed Ingram is just a zit on our ass right now.
Well, is it technique? Is he just taking too wide a step to the left every time? Because you just don't see anybody else doing this, tripping the quarterback that many times in 1 year. So
I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know that. The offensive line coach needs to fix it. That's all I need to know.
Maybe just got really, really big feet on him. I don't know. But Ed Ingram, again, no stranger to the loser list. But again, we won. So I'm going to forget about that real quick. Let's go to not a player, but, this is more of a head coach. Kevin O'Connell's play calling the first half. It just wasn't very good. 3rd and 1, he calls a jet sweep for C.J. Ham. He follows that up with just a dive behind his backup center. He gets stuffed. It just seemed like everything he was calling early just wasn't working. Much better in the second half, but really pass heavy early too. Not a good mix to start this thing off. Yeah, his players weren't executing. Delvin Cook's fumble didn't help things. But I thought Kevin O'Connell's play calling first half was just pretty bad.
I don't get how it can be so night and day. How can they come out in a third quarter where the Vikings have just been notoriously ass all year? They come out and put 14 points up and get ourselves back in the game. So it's just weird. First half, I'll take your word for it. Looking at the stats, they're pretty damn gross as far as the opposite side of the ball.
Yeah, there's a couple others that I can't quite remember here, but there was no flow to it. It seemed like, and then the call, he was going for it on 4th downs. He was doing the fake punt. He called that to happen. And I don't know, it felt like a kid playing Madden. It really did. And then like the way it was going,
when we came back and beat their asses? That
but
Madden.
No, because this is the game you would have hit reset and started over or accidentally hit it.
Never do that.
Yeah.
Let's remember, we're still kings of the North, baby. We clinched the North. So we're just being little whiny biatches about these losers. But I think we got one more in the bag.
Yeah, and this is probably the biggest loser of the day. Jalen Reagor.
Yes, he was a
You
loser.
know, I think both times he got on the field because Justin Jefferson was hurt. And, the first interception that made it 30-0 looked like he was supposed to cut back. He didn't do it. The next one, he just quit running. Why did he quit running?
I don't know. I think if it's up to Kirk Cousins, Jalen Reagor will never be out there again. The disgust on his face after that interception, everybody watching that live was just like, what the hell just happened? Everyone immediately went to the fact that it was a horrible throw, but it wasn't yet. Reagor stopped running.
Yeah.
It was bad. And the funny part is the play before that, Gilmore knocks out Jefferson for the play. They get the yards, but it actually worked out in their favor because if Jefferson's out there, it doesn't happen. They're looking at Jefferson. So even though 8 to 15 yards, that was a win for the Colts.
It was. I mean, Gilmore, maybe that's what he wanted. Take Jefferson out for a play, and they get the interception. So Reagor just not his best day. He had the big punt return, too, that was called back on a phantom face mask penalty that no one seems to be able to find the footage of when that happened. He was not happy about that. So you can see Jalen Reagor very frustrated today, and for good reason.
Those are our losers. Let us know if you got any. Throw them down in the comments. Be sure to hit that sub button. Let's get to 9,000. Boom.
And remember this, men with deep voices tend to have lower sperm counts than men with higher pitch voices.